boy, well, ain't this a pickle we find ourselves in? A Joker movie that we're not 100% sure is going to be set within the DC Cinematic Universe. They say it's not, but they've lied before. They have lied through their teeth before about a lot of things. And, well, I think this is effectively going to be a soft reboot on the Joker character because the Jared Leto Joker was... Would calling it a disappointment be adequate at this point?
Well, it just was not well received. I mean, just, for whatever reason.
Well, I didn't like it because, okay, first off, I will say this. I said I'd reserve judgment on the character until I saw all the Joker footage that was cut out of the film. And even after watching that footage, there were a few redeeming qualities about it. Like, for instance, the Joker actually caring about Harley, whereas Harley always in the comics and the TV series was always a means to an end. He actually cared for her in some way and actually went through the effort of breaking her out of prison and diving into the vat to save her. And it was odd, but at the same time, I was just like, wow, this is actually something a little bit different. But, okay, overall, what we got was a disappointment. Let's just say that. And if this is a soft reboot of the Joker character, Joaquin Phoenix has always been an odd cat, a very odd person. I actually talked about this on our podcast. One of the interviews I saw him in, probably one of the weirdest things I've ever heard a person say during an interview. I was like, due to the success of the film, what do you think? How do you feel right now? And he said, I feel like I got a bunch of frogs crawling out of my head. To which the reporter was just like, okay. She really couldn't find the words to say after that, because what do you say to that? It's like, got a bunch of frogs crawling out of my head. Like, Jesus, man.
Sounds unpleasant.
As someone rolls the clip of Alex Jones.
Turn the freaking frogs gay!
Do you understand me?
And then, of course, my favorite Alex Jones clip of the year is, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm kind of retarded. That, to me, still... I can't help but laugh at that clip.
Was that on the Joe Rogan podcast when they were like smoking a bunch of dope and just like going crazy?
Smoking weed and drinking whiskey. That's all they were doing. It's like, all right, let's go long. What's the longest podcast? Like 5 hours? Let's go for 12. Come on, let's go.
Oh my goodness.
And Joe's like, no, I can't do that, man. I can't do that. I got shit to do. And then Alex is like, all right. And then that when he said that, I was just like, he finally admits it. He finally admits that he's got something wrong with him. But, and also, Joe Rogan went on Infowars.com and actually did an interview with Alex. And it was actually really interesting to watch that, too. But, yeah, here we are talking about Infowars. Yeah, we're probably going to get banned just for saying that. And the Joker trailer is here. So, enough dilly-dallying. Let's see what's up. Because I've been wanting to watch this.
Arthur... Does it help to have someone to talk to?
My mother always tells me to smile and put on a happy face. She told me I had a purpose. To bring laughter and joy to the world.
Oh.
Is it just me? Or is it getting crazier out there?
Smile, though your heart is aching. Smile, even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by.
What?
If you smile, to your fear and sorrow, smile, and maybe tomorrow.
That's disturbing.
What's so funny? Freak!
Gotham has lost its way. What kind of coward would do something that cold-blooded? Someone who hides behind a mask.
I used to think that my life was a tragedy. But now I realize it's a comedy.
If you just
Okay. Damn.
I'm not gonna lie, that looks like it might be pretty cool.
That looked... Okay, there was some parts in that were absolutely terrifying.
Like where he was like,
Yeah,
do his little smile thing. That was a little...
And I think one thing about this is that he was always like, one thing I saw was like where he was like tending to, I don't know if that's his mother or his wife.
It seemed like it was his mom from the way the thing was being narrated.
Well, that might be her, or it might actually be something. It might actually be like his wife or significant other. But of course, there's also that scene where he was like having a smile with that one. I think that was Zazie Beetz. She played Domino in Deadpool 2. So I'm not sure, but overall, this looks very interesting because it's like he's reaching his breaking point and snapping.
Well, and
which
honestly, I think the most interesting point in the trailer was the police line where all those protesters were wearing Joker makeup.
Joker is known for inspiring others to act out on their on their lunacy and their craziness. That's something he's always been good at. He's been good at drawing that out of people. And if he can do that by showing people, by doing something as crazy, because what I think is going to happen, there's one scene where it's like he's on a talk show. Let's bring that back up. And I think that was Harvey Keitel who was the host. Let's see.
Which now we don't know if he's supposed to be there because the curtains may have been pulled back and they were expecting a completely different guest. And the Joker walks out and is just like
right here, you see that person right there. I think that's I don't know if that's the Commissioner Gordon of this unit. I really wish they would just bring J.K. Simmons back as Commissioner Gordon because...
Right, just like Judi Dench is him in the Bond series. It's like, yeah, it's like Pierce Brosnan's not a thing anymore, but we're keeping Judi Dench.
Of course.
I feel like J.K. Simmons could be that kind of...
And of course, that guy right there, I think that might be Bullock. I'm not sure.
Kind of gives off that vibe.
Yeah, and right there, it's him walking through. I think this is after he's done the terrible thing. And right here, I think that might be his son or someone, or just maybe some random kid in the park.
Guessing where they're on the other side of the fence, that's probably not somebody related to them.
Yeah, and then, of course, there, the headbutt. And right there, I think that's him sitting back in the dressing room, waiting for his opportunity to come out. Because I think this right here is the talk show, and the host is bringing... Yeah, that's Harvey Keitel. They're bringing him out as an act, and then he comes on there, pulls out the gun, and then he shoots the host in the head, and shoots several people in the audience, and then just starts to run out. And then by him doing that, it's a lot like they call. I know this is a dark thing to bring up, but it's called the Columbine effect, where people are inspired to do something terrible by the terrible acts of others. And the amount of school shootings that came up after Columbine alone was astronomical. And I'm not saying that it's a comparative to something like this.
Well, I mean, yeah, but we have no idea what's actually going on in this situation.
No, we don't.
Speculation.
But yeah, we're speculating. I don't know. I mean, it's something...
Because I feel like he's going to portray himself as some kind of anti-hero to have that many protesters like they're, acting like that.
Yeah, and of course, here in the full makeup with the outfit and the hair, damn.
Like, I'm getting a
Gene Kelly feel right there from, like, Singing in the Rain. Almost.
Yeah, I'm kind of feeling like a little bit of Nicholson and a little bit of Romero. Like at first when I saw pictures of the makeup, I wasn't really sure about it, but
yeah, me neither. But I can see how this can work, and Nicholson was a criminal mastermind. He was like the big boss, whereas I will say this: Heath Ledger was more of the psychotic, but he had the criminal mastermind stuff as well because he was a genius tactician. This guy, I don't think, is going to be a tactician. I think he's just going to be random acts of violence.
Right, but I mean, it depends on what the circumstances are. It's like,
Excuse me.
Like that line in V for Vendetta. It's like nothing can stop an idea whose time has come. So if he appeals to the right people that are frustrated or put out,
disenfranchised,
they'll
follow.
You don't have to. You can be a moron and people will follow you.
Of course. I mean, look at L. Ron Hubbard. Sorry.
As I feel like somebody's gonna like quote that in the comments and be like, Renegades, like, meh.
Bash Scientology. It's like, consult Xanadu. I don't give a shit. Shit. Okay, but
I'm pretty sure everyone bashes Scientology except for Scientologists. So what does it matter?
Right.
I guess, yeah.
So
but
like,
to me, I don't know. It's just to me, Joey Diaz had the best put down of Scientology ever. He was just like he's like as for Jewish people that convert to Scientology, I hope Moses comes back and just tosses you into hell himself. He's just like, I die for this shit. What the hell? And then he throws him into hell.
wait, Moses?
Yeah, where Moses freed the Jews,
Right.
Or he's like, I suffered through all this shit and talked to a freaking burning bush, so you all can just convert to Scientology. The hell with that.
Yeah, I guess if they're Jewish, they wouldn't like be depending on Jesus to.
No.
Correct. Unless it's a Messianic Jew.
Unless it's the Jews for Jesus, which they're very few of them, very very few.
This has nothing to do with things. I learned what a Jap was the other day. A Jewish American princess. I didn't know that was a thing.
What? Wait, say that one more time.
Somebody told me what a Jap was. I thought they were making a comment because I'm a quarter Japanese.
That's what I was thinking too.
But it's an acronym for Jewish American Princess. I didn't know that. So
I feel like they made that up.
So it was apparently a thing, and nobody believed him. And then it was featured in there was a show called like Crazy Ex-Girlfriend or something, and they had like a Jap battle, and it was a rap battle between two Jewish American princesses, and I didn't know that was a thing, so I learned something.
Oh my god!
Someone would be like Sarge from Red vs. Blue and be like, "You're making that up."
Oh, it's apparently a thing.
Pretty much. And also, I keep thinking about the first time I heard that fag was actually slang in the UK for a cigarette.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, because when I heard that in the movie, I was just like, it's like, "Boy, bro, pass me a fag." And I'm like, what? And then all of a sudden, it's like explained. I'm like, is that a cigarette? Oh my god.
We were talking about Letterkenny earlier. It took me way too long to realize what they were talking about when they said, "I think I'll have a dart." They were talking about cigarettes.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, so they're talking about cigarettes.
I can't believe it. Oh, God. Whew. Okay.
So, yeah.
So, Joker looks interesting. If they do any more trailers of this, I mean, I'm definitely going to watch because this looks interesting. I'm interested to see. Okay, I want to know who's directing this. Let me actually do a little bit of Wikipediaing here.
I was just going to say, too, I like the suit because it reminds me of the animated Joker suit.
Here it is. Todd Phillips? Really? Todd Phillips?
I don't know who that is.
The director of, you've seen Old School, right?
Yes.
Him. He directed that.
Okay.
Interesting.
Talk about Old School with Luke Wilson, where Blue has a heart attack in the tub of KY jelly. Okay.
Yeah, in front of those two topless women.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that one.
Oh, no, it's De Niro. I thought that was Harvey Keitel. So it is De Niro. Okay. My mistake. I know that people are probably going to be like, it's not Harvey Keitel, Nate, it's Robert De Niro. And I'm just, I'm sorry.
That's why you watch the whole video before you jump in the comments.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody does that.
No, they don't. So, interestingly enough, Leonardo DiCaprio was actually being tapped to play the Joker before Joaquin Phoenix stepped in. Imagine, if you will, DiCaprio as this Joker.
Well, he was originally offered the role of Anakin Skywalker in the prequels.
I would have preferred him over freaking...
Well, he turned it down because he felt like it was just too big for him at the time as a project.
I'm sorry, what? This is the same guy who did Titanic, the biggest movie of all time.
I don't think he knew it was going to be that big at the time, but Star Wars, that's a big reputation.
Well,
I mean, I think Hayden Christensen was fine, but he just the writing and the direction was horrible.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, the directing was terrible. There's a reason why people look at the first Star Wars.
Because Natalie Portman, like, her career has gone very well, but she's terrible in those movies too because the dialogue and the direction is just not.
Yeah, well, Anakin, you're breaking my heart. I'm like, oh god. Ugh. Sorry. There were very few redeeming qualities about the dialogue in that film. Very few. But Titanic came out in 97, dude. Titanic came out in 97, and the prequels came out in 99 through 05.
I don't know. That's just what I heard. I follow a lot of Star Wars meme pages on Instagram, so
fair enough.
That's what they say.
They probably were planning it before.
And when they do Star Wars facts, you know it's true because it's Star Wars fact number 6,000, whatever. They got a lot of them.
Okay. But all right, this I'm definitely interested, and we'll have to see how this all plays out. So, I guess until next time, everyone. Signing off. I'm Nate.
Micah.
I'm Nick.
And we will see you all in the next one. Peace out.